Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for spending time with me today and watching this reading. Of course, in this reading, we're looking at the messages and guidance of the angels and the archangels. This is my angel group reading for December. I know we're early. I usually schedule the angel reading for the middle to end of the month. However, with December, I didn't want the angelic messages and guidance to be missed or lost along the way. There's so much hustle and bustle, especially in the middle to the end of December. I wanted to pull it up into the beginning of December, where we have that pause and time to dedicate to the angels and archangels, really honoring them and the messages that they want to share with us. So it is a little bit earlier this month. However, it does not lessen their insight or their guidance. Of course, the decks I went with had to be the Angel Tarot, then paired with, of course, the Angel Inspiration Oracle and Healing with the Angels Oracle. Like always, I have links below to all these angel-tastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. The selections in this reading, my friends, I have Auralite, Serpentine, and then Fluorite. I want you to choose whichever crystal resonates with you right now. It may not be your favorite crystal, but it's the one that you keep looking at and have been looking at throughout the introduction to this video. And then go into the description box below. There you're going to find timestamps for each crystal. Click on the correlating timestamp. It'll take you straight to your reading, and I will see you there, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Auralite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of both the tarot and oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the angels want to share with my Auralite friends. What messages, guidance, and support do the angels have for my Auralite friends? The Magician, the first card in the Major Arcana. Of course, we're looking at our skills, our abilities, those amazing things that we can accomplish in a way that only we can do it. We're using those skills and our abilities, and we're combining them with everyday aspects, those things that are all around us that can enhance what it is we're trying to achieve. When we combined our skills and our abilities with different tools, we're able to create a better solution for us and those around us. Not to mention, when we have that guidance and support of the high vibrational beings and the universe, well, there's really nothing that can slow us down, except for us. We need to trust in our abilities, trust in what it is we can do. The angels want to remind you that that is something that will help you throughout December. Trusting in you and your abilities. We can't be swayed by what other people want or their expectations. We need to look at the greater good of all, and as a collective. Sometimes others have expectations and demands for us, especially throughout December, because everybody wants that picturesque holiday, that perfect holiday, adding extra demands and expectations onto us. We need to remember what our limits are, bearing in mind we can't do everything and be everything for everybody. Those boundaries are going to be essential. If we burn out in December, we're going to miss opportunities and experiences that would make us feel better. We don't want to be egotistical and self-centered. That balance is going to be essential. Sorry. My cards are catching up. The Six of Wands. Sixes in themselves are about balance and harmony. And we need to keep that balance within December. That harmony within ourselves. When we allow ourselves some time for us to rejuvenate and recuperate, we strengthen what it is we can do. Just like anything else, your car needs fuel and you need rejuvenating. Allowing that inner passion and fire to burn even brighter. A little bit of time for ourselves really does pay off. And this is the Six of Wands. Now, unlike other sixes, the Six of Wands depicts victory, achieving what it is we want and need through that inner fire and passion. And we need that inner drive and that courage to, say no. Sometimes we have to set those boundaries. We need firm boundaries on what it is we can and will not do. Because, like I said, if we burn out, we're going to miss out. Setting boundaries and taking on what you can achieve while maintaining that balance. That balance, that's your key, guys. That balance, it's tremendously important for you. The Nine of Cups. Of course, nines are about all that we've achieved, all that we've succeeded in. That cup, we're looking at that emotional connection, that intuitional connection. We've seen a lot of growth over the last little while, especially over the last year. Parts of us have been nurtured and have seen amazing growth with even more emerging aspects. When we nurture ourselves, we nurture our abilities and what it is we can do, adding to those abundances that we have in our life. I can't stress it enough, my Auralite friends, that balance, it's going to be crucial within ourselves and within our home life. Our family and friends, they sometimes like to push those boundaries. We need to have some firm and clear boundaries, or else we're going to find that that cup within ourselves gets depleted. And those abundances within us gets depleted, which of course takes away from what it is we can do and what we can achieve. The angels, they want to encourage you to embrace all these opportunities that December offers you, because there's going to be a lot of them. That balance is going to give you the ability to embrace them, to acknowledge them, and to maybe test out some waters on some of these new and emerging skills and abilities that are coming forward. Like I said, we've seen some growth, and we're going to see further growth, especially as we take time for us. Let's go into some blessings. What blessings do the angels have for my Auralite friends? Accommodating. The angels are reminding you that it's important that we remain in the high vibration, that we're not going to cause argument and distress to others. We do need to accommodate for some things. However, we also need to use our words. We have to call our limits and be honest with our family and friends. Be honest with work. There are only so many hours in the day, and you aren't able to work all of them. We need to spend that time taking care of ourselves, resting, rejuvenating, healing. We need to set limits in a high vibrational way. Telling people that you're at your max and saying, look, I'd like to help you. However, I can't. I don't have the ability. I have no more space to give because there are only so many hours in the day. Asking for the help that you need. Asking your friends and family to support you in some of those areas of need. Like I said, we need to know our limits. That's an important aspect here. Maintaining those boundaries. And yes, sometimes we need to be flexible with what it is we can do. Asking for the help maybe in other areas so that you can support that family or friend who needs you most. It's that creativity and that flexibility that we need to tap into. We do have that intuitive creativity and then the passion-based creativity, which is the two sides of creativity, the yin and the yang, if you will, flanking the magician. That balance, it's essential. That flexibility is crucial. Be content. We need to be okay with what we can do and what our boundaries are. We need to be content with what our contributions will be. We won't do ourselves any good if we beat ourselves up because we weren't able to do everything that everybody wanted us to. We need to be proud of what it is we can do and look at ways, and this is where the creativity comes in again. Look at ways that you can balance your life out even more. Giving back to individuals, aspects and pieces that really they should have been doing for quite some time. Transitioning that power of I have to do everything to I'm going to support you in your growth and your development. And yes, I recognize that there are going to be situations and special individuals in our lives that due to disability or age may not be able to do what the typical individual should be accomplishing. That's part of the creativity, that flexibility. We need to have this as an individual plan. That cookie cutter effect is not going to be beneficial for you or for them. And in situations where you have individuals with special needs, asking your friends and family for added support. That balance, it's going to be helpful throughout December, and then it's going to be imperative as we get into 2021 and further into that year and into our journey. Let's end off on some healing here. What healing should my Auralite friends focus in on right now for their greater good? Music goes back to that harmony and that melody. Being open to hearing that universal song, that guidance, that direction. It will take you to places that you never thought possible. Music is a fantastic way to bring in that peace, that balance within ourselves. Being very discerning over the music choices that you make. Some people are very triggered by Christmas music. Being mindful of that. Keeping things on that high vibration for you through choice, through boundaries. It's going to be essential. Boundaries will only support you in strengthening you and your abilities and skills. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found it fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction that the angels and archangels want to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to raise our vibration as a collective whole. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have some extra special gifts that I've created just for my friends, and you don't want to miss that. So the best way to stay connected, so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and guidance, is through subscribing to my channel and hitting that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And if you really like this video and you want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks, and those perks, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Additionally, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Auralite friends. Hello and welcome, my Serpentine friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the angels and archangels want to share with my Serpentine friends. What wisdom, insight, and guidance, the guidance tried to hit the floor, does the angels have for my Serpentine friends? The moon, such a pretty card. Of course, the moon, we're looking at those unknown and mysterious aspects. The angels are reminding you that, yeah, there's still a lot of mystery and unknown going on. However, when we slow down, we listen to that intuition. This is a big part, guys. We use that divine feminine to our advantage to nurture and strengthen us. That uncertainty and that instability, it's a lot easier to overcome. You're able to further grow and evolve, even though it's a time of uncertainty. Now, the moon card, in this card, you can really tell it's a pillar card. It's that next stage, that rite of passage. The more you're able to connect into the divine feminine, nurture you, strengthening you, raising your vibration so that you're above this instability, this veil of heaviness that has settled in around the world, the more growth and development we're going to see. And of course, with that growth and development, you have that abundance on all aspects of our life. We're able to make some changes and embrace some amazing opportunities. We can't even fathom these opportunities because our vibration, it's too low. We need to start to raise our vibration through caring for ourselves, nurturing us, which I know is really hard to do. We're in December. Wow, there's so many demands. People have expectations. We have that societal belief of what a perfect holiday looks like. It can be really overwhelming. Taking that time for us, no matter the demands, those expectations, it's an essential part of what the month is going to bring for you. It's an essential part of our growth and development. The Page of Cups. Pages, of course, they're that childlike, innocent energy that's full of play, full of inquisitive nature. They ask the questions, and they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. The angels are reminding you this cannot be all doom and gloom and work and work. We need to enjoy ourselves, connecting in with that inner child and letting them enjoy this time as much as you do. Getting back to some of those experiences and aspects that brought you joy as a child. How do you incorporate it in to your day, to your experience throughout December? Having that creativity, and this is an important part. It's probably an F word that we're going to have to get used to. Flexibility. Yep. Deep breath. Let's say it again. Flexibility. To create something that is meaningful. It may not be the holiday you have had since you were yay high to a, dolphin. We need that flexibility and that creativity to help us raise our vibration and reach for further opportunity and growth. We cannot change that global situation, that energy. We can only change how we're responding to it and what we're doing because of it. When we create solutions that are creative and high vibrational, we start to combat some of that energy. We start to radiate that high vibrational energy of love and light. Shifts our environment and the environment and lives of people around us. Additionally, some of this creativity can inspire others on how they too can make some small changes and shifts, not only in their holiday plans, but for themselves as a whole. We inspire others who return the favor and inspire us back. That flexibility, it's going to be a word that you'll hear and hear again and again. The Knight of Swords. We're able to take that flexibility and that creativity, get on our high horse, and get ourselves going. We have that knight, that adventurous knight that shows no fear. It's that adolescent energy where nothing can touch them. And of course, we've got that sword, that truth and knowledge. We need to use our head and not our heart, because our heart, it's going to get trampled by our ego. Our ego is going to threaten us. Well, do you remember the last time you tried something like this? Do you remember? No. We don't want that revisitation of heartache and fear. We need to use our courage and our determination to embrace the knowledge of past experiences, learn from it, make some changes so that we are successful. We dump that low vibrational heartache and that fear and allow ourselves to grow and thrive. It is part of what you're going to see and experience as you take this rite of passage. Being more accountable to you and being more able to shift and break patterns that are causing fear, that are causing stagnation. We have that ability to make changes in our lives. No one else is going to do it for us. We need that active participation with that creativity and our favorite F word, flexibility, incorporated by that knowledge. The only thing that's going to hold you back, is you. The angels are really clear here. Using these core skills, combining it with our abilities and our talents, we are going to be able to embrace lush new opportunities that are full of growth and abundances. In the distance, we have a very green and very beautiful area. Even in the darkness, you can tell. We are the ones who are holding ourselves back. We need to make shifts and changes that are small and stable. That way we don't aggravate our ego, and we have change that is built off of a foundation of stability, rather than some leaps of faith that are based in instability and trust. Our ego can poke holes in trust. It's really hard for our ego to poke holes in our successes because they're grounded in abundances. So that's why I always encourage people, those slow and steady steps really help you with this evolution, help you to move forward, getting yourself out of this gunky stuckiness and into something that is fulfilling and joyous. So let's go on to some blessings now. What blessings do the angels have for my Serpentine friends? Hope. Hope lies with us. When we're excited for and we're looking forward to something, that light shines bright, knowing that this too shall pass. And then when it does, we have that growth and that knowledge to help us forward and overcome those challenges that we're going to face in the future. This is not the first time in our soul's long journey of incarnations that we've faced a pandemic. We have faced famine, pandemics, epidemics, wars, you name it. We have skills and abilities that will help us. Hope of evolution and change supports us with that evolution and change. Believing in ourselves, believing in the universe. It goes a long way in maintaining a higher vibration. We don't get caught up so much in that fear and stagnation of heartache that our ego likes to focus in on. That causes that stuckness, that heaviness. We lack fulfillment and joy when we're stuck in that heartache and fear. Get stuck in hope and love, and there's nothing that can slow you down. Face your challenges. There's going to be challenges. I won't lie. The angels won't lie. Challenges are what help us experience, to grow and learn. When we fail or stumble and fall, we take that personally, and it weighs heavy on us. And our ego likes to fan that flame of fire. It likes to add salt to our wound. When we stumble and fall, those are learning opportunities. We can break patterns by getting back up and facing that challenge once again. We'll find we're more successful when we access that amazing and beautiful support team that's right beside us, behind us, sometimes in front of us. Sometimes I feel like they're almost pulling you forward to a certain destination. When we embrace that support, we take that deep breath, we tap into our courage, our determination, we're going to cross that bridge. We're going to see that amazing prosperity. We're going to see that amazing growth, that development that we need. It brings in that abundance and that fulfillment that supports us in diving even deeper to face even more of our challenges, those obstacles. we start to push those boundaries. Those small, steady steps, you start to find that progression gets quite quick. The universe rewards us for our hard work. We're able to cover greater distances because we're rewarded through positive reinforcement of the universe and the high vibrational beings and the universe starting to slip things together for us so that we progress a little bit faster because things are going our way. We again gain more insight, further growth, amazing development. And what's more, we're able to experience more of what we wanted to experience in this lifetime. We all signed up to experience and learn different aspects. When we work on it and we have that active participation, we're able to experience more. We're able to gain more fulfillment and understanding. Let's end off on a healing. I've promised the archangels that I would always end off on a healing. One of the original reasons I started doing these angel readings was for some healing support. It was way back in the beginning of 2020 where we didn't really have as much challenge. We had some opportunity to heal. Well, things have changed a bit. So is this reading. Things evolve and change in progression. They reflect what we need. Reflects what we need. And the same is true with my reading here. What healing should my Serpentine friends focus in on right now for their greater good? Divine guidance, reminding you that support team, it's with you. And your support team and that divine guidance is a lot more than what you originally had thought. There are many different high vibrational beings and supports that we can access for that divine support and guidance. It's up to us to take that time. Set those intentions. This is important, guys. Give yourself permission to connect in. To help you guys connect into this divine guidance, I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea of how to go forward. In October, I brought out a number of meditations to support you in connecting in with your high vibrational support team. I did it in October because the veil is thinner. It's a little bit easier. However, those meditations can be used whenever and however often you need, whether it's October or not. It doesn't matter what consistency the veil is at. These meditations will always help you to connect in to your high vibrational support team. We need to take that time for you so you can connect into that information, so that you're able to gain that guidance and direction that will help you when we pass through that rite of passage. We take those next steps forward. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found it fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction that the angels and archangels want to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to raise our vibration as a collective whole. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have some extra special gifts that I've created just for my friends, and you don't want to miss that. So the best way to stay connected, so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and guidance, is through subscribing to my channel and hitting that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And if you really like this video and you want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks, and those perks, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Additionally, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Serpentine friends. Hello and welcome, my Fluorite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and both oracle cards here, so that you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the angels and archangels want to share with my Fluorite friends. What insight, guidance, and support do the angels have for my Fluorite friends? Sometimes they get really excited with the cards and they start hucking them around. The Nine of Cups. Nines are always about all that we've achieved, all that we've overcome. And of course, that cup, we're looking at the intuition and emotion. The Nine of Cups is one of those abundance cards. We're looking at how you've been able to grow and thrive. Sometimes we struggle to see that abundance, especially on the emotional and spiritual levels, because it's not so, concrete. It's not like a financial or material abundance where you're able to see those dollar signs or that product. You still have a plethora of abundances in all aspects of your life. Throughout December, the angels are encouraging you to touch base with those abundances and reflect on all that you have, all that you've achieved, that growth, that progress. When you take those small, steady steps, like I encourage you to do, it's sometimes hard to see that progress. However, when you take time to reflect on it, you realize how much you have been able to change, those patterns you've been able to break, how your vibration has risen. This is really helpful, especially if we're struggling. When we're struggling most and we don't feel like we're achieving what we should, or we're struggling with the burdens and demands of our day, which have a tendency to increase, especially in December. There's so much people want from us. Taking a little bit of time and reflecting in on these abundances, it helps to raise our vibration even more. We realize that we have achieved a great deal, and we will continue to thrive, to grow, and, of course, to achieve. We're able to build off what's going right in our life, rather than allowing our ego to misdirect us into some of those challenges, reverting us back to that low vibration of stagnation and heartache. We do want to focus in on what is going right so we can share it with those around us, helping to encourage them. Shower them with your love and your light. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, it's a movement card where you have threes that you're looking at that growth and expression. You have that fire and passion of the wand, encouraging you and fanning that internal flame so that those abundances increase substantially. We need to continue to focus in on that high vibration and what's going right, and starting to build off of those aspects. We don't want to stop our growth and our progression, and of course, those abundances, just because it's December, just because there's holidays and people have added demands and requests. We need to have some balance and some time for us to focus in on those life-giving aspects that do fan that flame, that help us move forward, encourage us to move forward in a life-giving way for us and those around us. We need to keep that all in mind during the demands of December. And of course, that's a lot to ask. You're adding one more ball into a really overburdened situation. Like I said, people have a lot of demands and expectations in December. And a lot of those expectations we're putting in on ourselves. They're not supported by any high vibrational abundant area. It's down to society and what we picture that perfect holiday to be. We need to be realistic with ourselves. What is it that you can achieve? And this is a big part. What is going to be more fulfilling? We don't always remember what it is we unwrapped under the tree, but we do remember those times, the feeling and connection. That's what we need to focus in on most. And we have a tendency not to. The Two of Cups really talks about that connection, that importance of reaching out and connecting in with those important individuals. When we have that connection, we have that fulfillment because we're sharing that loving energy with ourselves and with those around us. And then we're also receiving that loving energy from others that are important to us. This whole situation fans that flame, which really helps to get us going, get that passion, that creativity, and dive back into those abundances to create more. Like I said, we can't just stop because it's December. We just need to be more creative on how we're achieving what it is we need to achieve. These three cards, you have very creative cards. You have that intuitional creativity and then the passion-based creativity. We need to use that yin and yang of creativity to, create even more fulfillment, more understanding, and of course, more abundances. And the truth be told, my friends, what's going to hold you back is you and your ego. Taking that time for you, giving yourself permission to engage in activities that support this abundance, that is creative, that is fulfilling and joyous. These energies that you start to radiate because you're remaining in that high vibration will support your friends and family as well. That vibration, the higher vibration, is going to support you and your loved ones in overcoming some of the challenges and burdens that we're seeing in December. We've got a lot going on globally, and it's impacting what this connection and this holiday is going to look like. Using our creativity, it's kind of an F word, flexibility, I know, it's quite the word, to overcome some of that. Letting go of those preconceived notions and creating something that is fulfilling and meaningful for you and those important people in your life. Let's go into some blessings. I should get that on a t-shirt, I think. The new F word, flexibility. Anyway, on to some blessings. What blessing do the angels want to share? Oh, come on. With my Fluorite friends, which is another F word. For my friends who grew up with Sesame Street, today's letter is brought to you by the letter F. Or G. We'll go with G. Archangel Gabriel, reminding you, you don't have to have all the answers. Because if you think you do, you're wrong. Shh, it's a secret. Yeah, we're not supposed to have all the answers. We're not going to know where these 3 wands lead us. Gabriel, she's going to help you. Connect in with her and allow her to support you. Moons and moons ago, oh geez, it was probably one of the first couple I did a meditation with Archangel Gabriel. It's a fantastic communication meditation. And communication is important. We're looking at communication with our loved ones because we are looking at creatively changing what the holidays look like. That communication is going to be essential, especially when you have to put in some boundaries for your safety or for limitations. We're not going to be able to be and do what everybody wants us to. Gabriel's going to help you with that communication with your physical team and, of course, with our high vibrational one as well. This is a nice little meditation. It's about 30-ish minutes that you can fit into your day whenever it is you need. Best part, especially if my friends are new, these meditations are free. I'm not going to suggest tools and supports and then charge you for it. To me, that's pretty cringeworthy and not something I'd ever support. So, these tools are free. You can visit and revisit them as often as you need. Trust in the flow. Trust that this too shall pass and that there is meaning in what we're looking at. We may not understand that meaning. However, there's meaning nonetheless. Trust in the universe. Trust in these high vibrational beings like the angels and archangels to support you in this endeavor. Support you in overcoming some of these challenges that we're facing on the global whole. And as an individual, we have so many different obstacles and challenges that we're trying to clear right now. It can feel overwhelming. An important piece will be trust. Trusting in our own abilities and skills. I know, it can be a real bear. However, the more we trust in ourselves, the further we're going to go. The same is true with that universal energy. The universe is not out to get you. I know that there are times that it feels that that's true. However, that's when our ego's getting up in our face, pushing that we, mistrust the universe. We mistrust ourselves. That causes stagnation and heartache. So trust is an important aspect of our journey, not only of December, but of your journey itself. Now, Archangel Gabriel is the 3rd card in the Oracle deck, and you have the 3 of Wands. In angel messages, when you have that multiple 3, the angels, they're telling you that something close to your heart needs to be expressed. And it's important that you share it. Now, whether you share it with a collective or your support team, that's up to you. But you need to express it and share it even with yourself on that external piece so that you can move forward. Feel like you have that accomplishment and validation for what it is you're trying to achieve. So let's go on to healing. I always promise the archangels will end off on that healing note because it is an aspect that we're all working on right now. What healing should my fluorite, that one, friends focus in on for their greater good right now? truth and integrity. Being honest with self, being honest with those around you. That holds up your integrity and respects their integrity. We can't be everything to everybody. We need those boundaries, and we need to ensure that we're taking care of us. It goes back down to that truth. There's only so much we can do in a day. There's only so much we can accomplish before we burn out. We need to trust in ourselves and take care of us, giving ourselves permission and time to work on aspects and pieces that help us out the most, whether that be that creative endeavor or some healing. We need to take time for us so that we can have that truthful, high vibrational person that has the integrity and courage to be themselves. When we're able to dive deep within ourselves and be us, that authentic, genuine person, that's when we're living that life of truth and we're holding ourselves accountable. We're able to have that courage to be us, that authentic us, and get what we need done in a high vibrational way, while embracing and enjoying our experience in the here and now. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found it fun and helpful, and they're able to gain some insight and direction that the angels and archangels want to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to raise our vibration as a collective whole. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have some extra special gifts that I've created just for my friends, and you don't want to miss that. So the best way to stay connected, so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and guidance, is through subscribing to my channel and hitting that little red bell so you don't miss a video. And if you really like this video and you want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks, and those perks, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Additionally, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Fluorite friends.